Here's hoping they didn't hide the cappies too well.
Hey, no one's come asking about that job.
I found all of the hidden cappies. Each one had a letter.
Great. Let me take a look at these letters. Well, anyone who stared at Nuka-Cola merchandise as long as I have would get this one pretty fast. The letters definitely spell refreshing. It's simpler than I was expecting.
Well, of course it's simple. The contest was meant for kids.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I guess sometimes I take all of this Nuka-Cola stuff so seriously. This door should lead to Brad Burton's office, but it's locked up tight. The keypad is the only way to open it. I guess we just need to key in the 10 numbers that correspond to the word refreshing. You did all the work looking for the hidden cappies, so you should be the one who gets to enter the code. That's it! The door's unlocked! Let's go inside! Let's search carefully. I'm willing to bet this place has a few secrets, and they'll probably be well hidden.
One way or another. Still useful all this time.
It's hard to believe I'm really here. The formula would be hidden somewhere.
In regards to Nuka-Cola clear production, I think it's obvious that we need to take a step back and examine the facts. Project Cobalt dropped quantum in our laps, so I think it's best we leverage its potential popularity before someone else beats us to market. Additionally, installing the equipment to produce both flavors would cost us a pretty penny, and I'd rather use the funds to promote quantum. We also have our lemon-lime flavor debuting soon, and need to work out how to market two clear-colored flavors simultaneously. With all these factors taken into account, I have no choice but to hold off Nuka-Cola Clear production for at least the next 2 fiscal years.
This is amazing.
Nice.
Look, Brad Burton, I didn't fly down from DC to get jerked around. You either sign off on Project Cobalt or I can walk right out that door. This isn't like deciding what color bottle to pick for our next flavor, General. You're asking me to take my laboratories and my beverage years and basically turn them over to your team. I need assurances that my people and my facilities are going to be treated with the respect that they deserve. You and I both know that's a load of horse shit. Stop treating me like one of your soft drink competitors. I'm here representing the U.S. military. I already told you you'd be well compensated. Now cut the crap and tell me what you're really after. Fine. I want in on the military's LeapX program. What? How the hell did you know about that? Let's just say you're not the only one in this room that can throw his weight around in Washington, General. I've been following the program ever since its inception, and I have to say that I'm impressed. The ability to keep a human in a state of veritable immortality using a machine, now that's something that I didn't expect from the military. Look, you want me to agree to this proposal, then get me on the LeapX list, and I'll sign whatever you want. I always knew you were a greedy son of a bitch, John. But the last thing I expected to hear is that you were afraid of death. If you know so much about LeapX, then you know it's in its infancy, and there are a lot of kinks to be worked out. It isn't as easy as throwing a switch and suddenly you can live forever. Stop trying to talk me out of it. We both know the enemy is developing chemical and biological weapons, and that my beverageers are the top organic chemists in the world. Our countries are in a race where no one comes in second, General. So you need to ask yourself, can you really afford to stand here and say no? You had this all figured out before I even arrived, didn't you? Okay, fine. You want in on the LeapX program, you've got yourself a deal. You know, maybe immortality is what's best for you, Brad Burton. Be a goddamn shame to let that ego go to waste.
Mr. Brad Burton, you were one sneaky devil. Let's see where the hidden elevator goes.
Going down.
Wow! What is this place? Let's take a closer look. Now this looks interesting. Come on. What on earth? Wait. No. It can't be. That's John Caleb Bradburton. Or at least it's his head. Wow.
Who are you? I haven't seen a real human face in so long. I had given up all hope.
Oh my god! It's alive! He's alive! My name's Sierra, sir. I'm your biggest admirer. I love Nuka-Cola more than anything. This is such an honor.
You there, with the pit boy. What are you doing here? You there, with the pit boy. What are you doing here?
We used the contest code to get in? What the hell happened to you?
I made a devil's bargain, though I didn't know it at the time. This was General Braxton's plan all along. Damn the man. He called it Project Cobalt. In exchange for my weapon design, he would give me access to life-extending technology. I'm such a fool for taking him at his word. He never told me that this would be the price.
Who was General Braxton?
He was one of the top men in the Army Research Laboratory's Weapons and Materials Division. He'd taken a keen interest in my quantum mechanics research and offered me a trade. In exchange for my assistance on a top-secret weapons project, he gave me access to an experimental process that would artificially extend my life. Like a fool, I leapt before I looked. I've certainly paid the price for my short-sightedness.
A weapon? I don't believe it. Why would the genius who brought so much joy to the world want to make something destructive?
Genius is restless, madam. It must expand, seek new challenges, and explore new frontiers. So yes, a weapon. It was going to be a quantum-enhanced variant of the standard portable tactical warhead. In fact, the prototypes are stored in this very chamber. You can have them on one condition. I want you to shut off the power to this machine that's keeping me alive. I want to die.
What? No!
Are you really sure you want to die?
I've had plenty of time to think about it.
You can't kill him. He's a great man. He invented Nuka-Cola, the best thing in the world.
Lady, you don't know what a torment it is. Being trapped here alone and staring at the same wall, decade after decade. Now please shut up while I talk to your more rational friend here. I realize that what I'm asking isn't easy, but there's something in it for you. When the power is cut, the door to the prototype storage room will open automatically. Take anything you want. I don't care anymore. Just please, set me free at last. I can't bear this loneliness any longer.
Wait. I have an idea. Mr. Bradburton wants to die because he's lonely, right? Well, maybe I could stay with him, you know? Keep him company, give him someone to talk to. He's like a hero to me.
You've got a point. But I want compensation for the prototype ammo I won't be getting.
Well, I do have one thing that might interest you. I've got a limited edition Nuka-Cola jumpsuit. It's really stylish and not many were made. It's one of my most treasured possessions, but, well, I'm willing to let you have it.
A Nuka-Cola jumpsuit? Ha! That's a paltry prize compared to what I'm offering. The choice is yours, but I beg you to honor my wishes. There is no one else who can help me.
I sort of feel sorry for him. I couldn't stand being a frozen head. How could I drink Nuka-Cola? Can you imagine being trapped like that for centuries?
Free at last.
Mr. Bradford! I'm sorry.
Hell yeah. You wanted the Nuka-Cola formula? Here it is.
So it really was here. I'm grateful, but don't think this means I've forgiven you. You killed the man who was my greatest hero. A man who revolutionized the soft drink industry, and whose creations put smiles on a million faces. Who the hell are you to just walk in here and destroy all that?
I know you're disappointed, Sierra, but ask yourself, what was best for him?
Well, maybe you're right. I guess I didn't consider his feelings as much as I should have. It's just that never, not in my wildest dreams, did I think I'd get the chance to talk to Mr. Bradburton in person. To get an opportunity like that and then have it snatched away. It hit me pretty hard. Still, I can't overlook the fact that for one glorious shining moment, I got to meet the man who invented Nuka-Cola. I'll never forget that. Not ever. And it wouldn't have been possible without your help. Thank you.
Now that you've got the formula for Nuka-Cola, what are you gonna do with it?
I'm not a chemist, but I might try to brew some up, just for fun. If that fails, well, I still got a new centerpiece for my collection. Here. I know it's not much, but you really went above and beyond the Call of Duty. I think I'll stick around here for a while and see what else I can find. By the time I'm done, I'm gonna need a much bigger building to house my Nuka-Cola museum.
Boss, someone's coming through the gauntlet. Go see Fritch. He'll tell you what to do.
I heard you were looking for me?
You heard the alarm, right? That means someone's in the gauntlet. Looks like a real tough one, too. What happens next is up to you. You can take him on yourself in the arena, or I can make sure our little rat never gets out of the maze.
What happens if I choose to fight?
All you need to do is gear up and head for the arena. Bring whatever weapons and armor you want. Then we open up the door to the gauntlet and let in whatever dumbass scaver marks fell into the trap. After that, playtime. So what's the call, boss? You gonna give us a show or what?
Time to put on a show.
Hell yeah! No better way to earn a Raiders' respect than kicking some ass in front of a crowd. Just head for the arena whenever you're ready, boss.
Heads up. We ain't alone.
Yeah.
questions about Nuka-World, I'd be delighted to answer them. And remember, if you collect a full set of park medallions, I'll give you a special reward.
Tell me more about these park medallions.
I'd be delighted to. Spread throughout the park are several dispensing machines that will give you a special park medallion. Once you've got a complete set, just bring them back to me for a special reward.
I've got a full set of park medallions.
So you do. Why, that's just Nuka-tastic. Here's your special reward. What else would you like to know?
Tell me about the Nuka-Cola Corporation.
Our story begins in the year 2044, when soft drink pioneer John Caleb Bradverton created the formula for a drink he named Nuka-Cola. When released to the market, the delicious beverage was nothing short of a sensation, quickly becoming error, system malfunction.
You want the truth about Nuka-Cola? It's toxic swill that'll rot your teeth out, but you imbeciles gulp that poison sludge by the bottle.
System restored. With the release of our latest flavor, Nuka-Cola Quantum. Be sure to try a cold, refreshing bottle of Nuka-Cola Quantum today. What else would you like to know?
No questions for now.
In that case, thanks for error. System malfunction.
You're still here? Get the hell out of my face, you miserable, dung-sniffing dirt scratcher!
System restored. Have a great day!
Well, look who it is. Liking what you've done with the place, boss. Gang certainly seem pleased with their new little kingdoms. Haven't seen people this revved up since last time someone spiked the water fountains. Never formally introduced myself. Name's Shank. And if you're standing here, well, I suppose Gage figured you might be the one to finally get things back on track. How long it take him to convince you it was time to move on the Commonwealth?
It sounded like a good idea.
Because it is. Giving the gang spots to call their own around the park, it bought you some goodwill. But providing them with their own domains, carved from the settlements of the Commonwealth, well, I can't think of a better way to solidify your place around here. Plus, make us all a pretty penny along the way. If that interests you, well, all you've got to do is say the word, and we can let the fun begin.
I wanted to ask about your role in this.
I'm listening.
Which gang do you work for?
Don't work for the gangs. Gage brought me in to work for the overboss. Plan was I'd advise Coulter in his grand scheme to run roughshod over the Commonwealth. And despite Coulter's change of heart, I've kept my ear to the ground, just in case that day ever came. I'm hoping today might finally be it.
What is it that you get out of helping me do this?
I've been well taken care of up to this point. I ain't greedy, but people with my kind of talents aren't common. All I'm looking for is a continuation of the lifestyle I've become accustomed to, and the same piece of the Commonwealth pie everyone else around here has been itching to take a bite of.
So what exactly is it you do?
I'll walk you through all the ins and outs of getting us established on the other side of those mountains. Claiming territory, running jobs, keeping folks loyal. Gage and Coulter also tasked me with keeping on top of the goings-on back there, so I'll provide you with guidance on the places we can hit and the places we can't. Kind of makes me your one-stop shop for causing havoc in the Commonwealth.
That was all I had?
So, does that mean you're ready to begin?
Okay, let's get started.
Music to my ears.
Shank ain't kidding. This is gonna be all kinds of fun.
So getting us set up in the Commonwealth's gonna require 3 things. Territory, provisions, and loyalty. First things first, territory. We're gonna need to claim a settlement for our gang to work from, an outpost. And there are 2 ways to claim new territory. You can head in yourself and convince the locals to leave. Or I can get a crew together and you all can put them in the dirt. How you do it is up to you. So, first big decision. You want to talk them off their land? Or you want to wipe them out?
I think you know what I'd rather do, boss.
How does that choice affect our bottom line?
Well, settlers will probably rally some bodies if you try and wipe them out. But it's a guaranteed way to claim a spot. If you try to scare them off their land, there's a chance they might just tell you to take a hike. At that point, you might be able to buy them off. But it could end up getting expensive if you don't work them over a bit first. Beyond just that, there are some places out there overrun with trouble. Ghouls, children of Adam and the like. Those places aren't going to be interested in having a chat. So you're going to have more options if you go in guns blazing.
Get a gang together. Those settlers are as good as dead.
Stick with the classics. Now, once you and the crew have cleaned the place out, those lucky girls and boys will move in and start working the place. Of course, every outpost you claim for a gang is going to be something the other gangs don't have. And none of them like the thought of their rivals getting a leg up on them. Worth thinking over as you dole out more territory. So, which gang you want to join you on the job?
The pack.
Sure. I'll get a steak on a string or something.
Gotta let the dogs run around every once in a while, huh?
That just leaves the target. Now for a new outpost, you'll usually want to target a spot with plenty of populated settlements nearby that might be able to feed our people later on. Taffington Boathouse, Croup Manor, Greentop Nursery, the Slog all had a good number of farms within striking distance last I checked. Though I'll need to go through my notes again. Make sure they're all still good to target. We're not always going to be able to run every job against every settlement. So, you ready to pick the spot for Nuka-World's first new homestead?
We can't target certain settlements with certain jobs?
Unfortunately. Can't talk people off their land if there's no one around to talk to and the like. Most cases, I'll try to let you know why we can't target a place. But the biggest hindrance is if there's already some activity going on there. Though if that is the case, that Pip-Boy of yours might be able to give you some info on whatever might be blocking us hitting that spot. Now, you ready to pick that first settlement?
I'm ready.
Good. So, what's the target? Let me... Yeah, that one will do. So, these sorts of jobs are pretty straightforward. Move in, kill everything in sight. I'll make sure you've got some backup waiting to lend a hand when you get there. Now, you're not going to be able to take a direct route to the place. Fast way to get yourself killed. So you'll have to meet our folks outside town. Now, if you're looking for something to give you an extra edge, might be worth checking in with some of the gang bosses. Probably got some trick or two up their sleeves. The crew that's joining you is just gonna have standard kits though. If you want to arm them up differently, I'd take along some extra gear. Knock 'em dead, boss.
Hi.
Sniffed him out, boss. Place has got some pests. Easy pickings. We gonna do this or what?
There anything I should know about the place we're about to hit?
I mean, there's some guys over there that need killing. Not much more to it. So we're gonna do this?
Let's get this show on the road.
Yeah.
Looks like this was cleaned out quick. Not a great sign.
Hi.
Yeah, this place ain't too bad. We gotta get supplies coming in. Head back and tell them we're good to go here.
Well, well. Word going around is there's some new raider boss tearing up the Commonwealth. Not too shabby.
It's a damn good start.
I'll make sure your cut of any caps the outpost pulls in are waiting in your quarters. So, now that we got part 1 on the books, we can move on to part 2, provisions. If you want to hang on to this newfound territory, you're going to need to convince a nearby settlement to start handing over shipments of supplies. I'll make sure those shipments get distributed direct to the outpost. Any caps they provide will be waiting in your trunk up in Fizztop. And the more a settlement produces for itself, the more of each we can get them to cough up. Now, like before, the method's up to you. You can try talking to them yourself, convince them to hand over the goods, or you and a crew can introduce some bullets to some kneecaps.
Why stop at kneecaps?
There any details I should know about these methods?
Well, these jobs run pretty similar to those for claiming territory. Using force will give you more places you can target. Plus, settlers can't just blow you off. You try scaring them into paying up without laying some groundwork first, it could end up being a costly endeavor. Now, any thoughts on how you want to do this?
Let me talk to them. I'll get them to hand over what we need.
Sure. So, which crew you want keeping an eye on the place once you get them to bend the knee?
The operators.
I'll send word along. Then all that's left is the target. Only wrinkle is that it's got to be near our crew's new outpost. No settlement's just gonna hand over goods if there's no one close by to follow up on threats. And if you ever want to see for yourself which settlements are within range of our outpost, you can check the map in your Pip-Boy. The Slog might be a good choice to hit, though I'd have to confirm that's still the case. So, where you want to do this? Huh. Was that? Alright, that one will work. So, to get these settlers to cough up provisions, they need to know that we aren't a crew to be trifled with. You can try convincing them to pay up, or you could rough them up some. Let them know we mean business. Lizzie Wyeth with the operators ought to have some tools you can use to make things easier. Plus, having an outpost nearby gives us another option, claiming the airwaves. Building a Nuka-World radio transmitter at an outpost within range of the target will let them know we're closing in on them. Your Pip-Boy map should show you which outposts are close enough to serve. And if none of that works, well, I suppose you could always try paying one of them to convince the rest. And it's worth remembering, the more populated or heavily defended a place is, the more prep work you're gonna have to do to get them to bend. Just bring us back something nice.
Hey.
Just some raiders with a radio station. Nothing to be afraid of. What can I do for you?
You ever heard of Nuka-World?
The theme park with all the raiders? Sure. Why?
This place is gonna start giving me and my gang in Nuka-World a cut of everything you grow, make, or find under the damn couch cushions. Understand?
That's not happening, okay? Now, if you wouldn't mind...
Listen, you're gonna start working for me now, all right? Just keep the supplies coming and we won't have any problems.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. Now, please, get the hell out of here.
There's a lot of yapping about wiping us out.
Then I guess we'll just have to let them know who they're dealing with. You did good. Now get going. The adults are gonna discuss this. Figure this would happen sooner or later. Our outposts caught the attention of some of our new neighbors in the Commonwealth. An outside crew of raiders think we're honing in on their territory. Sounds like they're planning to tear the place up, and our people with it. Suppose this provides us a good opportunity to make an example. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Mayhem and destruction is what I'm thinking. For what it's worth.
What can you tell me about this gang?
Not a whole lot. Our scout said the boss calls himself Sinner. Claims to have a decent-sized crew ready to take what we stole fair and square. Suppose he just needs to learn who his betters are. So, are you and I of the same mind on how that ought to get done?
I will rip them to shreds, personally.
Bingo. Only language raiders in the Commonwealth understand. Force. But you should probably get going. You wouldn't want to keep our new friends waiting. Wouldn't be neighborly.
What kind of things you have? Good, you're here. Spotted those dogs not far off. Things are about to get fun around here.
Who's in charge around here? I'll tear their heart out. You the Nuka-World waste pile that thought you could move your gang into Sinner's territory and live? You give me one good reason I shouldn't slice you open and eat your heart right here.
Oh, please try.
With pleasure. Kill them all!
Shank.
Heard some rumbles, this one didn't get you either. Figure I shouldn't be surprised.
So, what's next?
Well, right to business then. So I suppose your recent success brings us to the next step. Loyalty. Without loyalty, everything that's yours ain't. And to keep a crew loyal, you need to keep them happy. Now, keeping raiders happy isn't real hard. Just have to make sure they've got their basic necessities, just like any other settlement. That they've got some things to keep them entertained, and that their food's taken care of, which, with raiders, well, isn't like dealing with other settlements. Now, if you want me to go into detail on any of that, you just say.
Tell me more about providing food for the outpost.
So, managing your outpost's food can get a little tricky. No one ever joined a crew to dig in the dirt, so you'll want to make sure you've convinced enough settlements to supply your gang. People at the outpost can farm in a pinch, but they sure as hell won't be happy about it. Now, if you're ever wondering if your outpost has enough food, you should take a look in your Pip-Boy. It ought to have a page that'll show you everything your outpost currently needs, food included. If they're low on grub, it's probably time to get a new settlement supplying you. Or you could always drop some food direct in their workshop if it comes to it. Now, was there something else?
What can you tell me about entertainment for the outpost?
Well, it's a damn handy way to keep folks distracted if you're lacking in certain basics. Constructing pick-me-up stations or getting one of your crew working on a booze still will certainly help lift your outpost's spirits. And if the place has got a Nuka-World transmitter powered up, you can construct amplifiers to help as well. Anything else I can answer for you?
I want to know more about managing the outpost's basic necessities.
Day-to-day needs. They're pretty straightforward. Just need to make sure you've set up solid defenses, plenty of beds under cover, and enough clean water to go around. Not much more to it than that. Was there anything else?
I think I've got everything I need to know.
Sure. If you've ever got more questions, you come find me. Or you can always consult that Pip-Boy on your arm. No better tool to tell you what your outpost may be hurting for. Now, depending on the state of the place when you hit it, this first outpost might already have some of the bare bones set up. All you've got to do is build up what's missing. If you want to run some jobs to convince more settlements to start sending supplies, well, you know how this works. You just come talk to me. And I was thinking, with the outpost coming as far as it has, might be time I set up shop there. Save you a trip anytime you want to run a job. You just let me know if that's something that'd interest you. Be good to make some trouble in the Commonwealth again. So, there anything I can do?
I want you to head to an outpost.
Sure thing, boss. Where am I going? Suppose I better get a move on then. See you there, boss.
I'm gonna trust you know what you're doing.
Place is looking good, boss. Everything a gang of lowlifes could ask for. So, you ready for the final piece of the puzzle?
And that is?
Bodies. And not the kind the disciples like to leave sitting around. Because what you've made is a foothold. To solidify our place, our outfit's gonna need some real numbers. 2 more outposts carved from the Commonwealth ought to do the trick. Get all that together, and, well, we'll have a real base of power on our hands. With that kind of clout, we'll be able to start setting up dealers at our outposts. Get to selling stuff like real damn towns. We keep expanding from there, we'll even be able to set up spots where the locals can come drop off tribute. But I'm getting ahead of myself. For now, you'll want to start by claiming another 2 outposts. You just let me know whenever you want to get rolling on those jobs. So, boss, what's the plan?
Was hoping you could arrange a job for me.
You got it. Just need the details. What job you looking to run?
It's time we took over another settlement.
Sure thing, boss. You gonna talk to them yourself? Or should I get a crew to help you put them in the dirt?
Start organizing a crew. We're gonna bury those settlers.
I'll make it happen. In which gang you want to join you on the job?
The operators.
I'll let them know. So, where do you want to hit?
Turning them into something better. If you haven't gotten in on this action yet, there's still time. The boss ain't done yet. Talk to your gang leaders about what you can do to help.
Let me... Wait, pretty sure that place is one of yours, boss. That's where you want to hit?
Does that matter?
Only if you want to keep control of it. Targeting a settlement for a job is gonna break whatever connections you might have had to the place. Worth taking a moment to consider how much you like having that spot under your thumb. So, that the target?
That one's the target.
Ruthless. So you know how this job works. Head to the target, put down anything that moves. I'll send a crew ahead to the settlement. They'll help you clear the place out. Take down any backup these folks manage to convince to throw in with them. Wouldn't be surprised if some Minutemen showed up to lend a hand. Wish I could see their faces when they see who they're going up against. Show those settlers who's in charge.
This one ain't about me. It's about this friend that I have.
Hey.
Boss, did a little recon on the target. Brought us in for the fun job, huh? Putting down some settlers and their friends. Time for us to move in?
Let's get this show on the road.
Hell yes.
Section of Nuka-World will smell like a ramen pan, but
what can you do? Just got word.
And if it's ours, do you all realize what this means? Nuka-World, it all belongs to us. All of it. Hell yeah, man.
Nisha didn't like how you were handing out new territory. Now she and her crew have gone and stormed Nuka-World's power plant. The other bosses are waiting on you before they move in. You need to get back there before these turncoats do something stupid. Well, something else stupid.
Ain't no one sad about
I was
Colton.
thinking about the time I came to Nuka-World.
Looks
Looks like Nisha's dug in pretty well up there.
I knew that nut job would turn on us sooner or later. So, are we storming the place or what?
I think we're about to find out. The boss is here.
While you were away, Nisha gathered up her gang and took the power plant. If that bitch thinks she's going to get away with this, she's dead wrong. I'll tuck her in for a dirt nap myself.
You gotta be kidding me. She turned on us after everything we've done for her.
How could you let this happen?
I'm sorry. Since when am I in charge of the other gangs? I thought that was your job.
Just calm down and start at the beginning.
Story time, huh? Fine. While you were away, word came back from the Commonwealth that you are favoring the operators and the pack, which we certainly appreciated. But, surprise, surprise, Nisha wasn't exactly thrilled to hear the news.
Yeah. She and her gang forced their way into the power plant. Now they've got the entire place locked down. She can't get away with it, boss. And we all want in on the action.
Hey now, I already lost men trying to stop her. I won't be satisfied until it's my hands wrapped around her scrawny little neck, eyes popping out of her stupid little mask.
Both of you, shut up. Look, boss, this is your play. We'll follow you anywhere, but you have to swear to us that Nisha will be punished for her actions.
She's as good as dead.
Exactly what I was hoping to hear.
Let's do this!
Me? Computers are always beyond me.
Nothing like the taste of blood.
Nuka-World, all lit up. It's goddamn beautiful.
All it takes are a few rides and some lights to make you this sentimental?
I mean, that's part of it. But it's bigger than that. Now that Nish is gone, and most of the disciples have been wiped out, there ain't much left to stop us. We've made one hell of a mark on the Commonwealth. There ain't a soul from here to Diamond City that hasn't heard of us. And despite what happened at the power plant, the rest of our gangs are stronger than ever. I took a big chance helping you take down Coulter. Glad that paid off. You know the real difference between him and you? The reason that the rest of us are behind you? You were willing to bleed for us. You put your neck on the line to get us ahead in this shitty world. And believe it or not, that means something to us.
Okay, I can tell that you want something. What is it?
I'm serious. I don't have an angle here, boss. I meant every word I said. So I guess the next move is yours to make. With the power to the park back online, you might want to cover old ground and see if you can get into some of the places that were cut off. Or maybe hit up Shank and take out a few more Commonwealth settlements, if you've left any standing. Oh, and of course, you could always lend Mags or Mason a hand. I'm sure they have plenty of jobs to run.
What about the rest of the disciples?
If any of them are left alive, they're gonna be pissed off that you took down Nisha. So, keep your eyes open for them.
Sounds like we still have plenty of trouble to get into. I guess we better get started.
Then I guess that does it, boss. You point the way and the gangs will follow. There's plenty of caps out there just waiting to be taken. And as long as you keep bringing them in, we'll have your back.